at this as a place where the faculty can exchange ideas, come together as an online community. Community where the information is available, expertise are available, skills are available, and there's an area where they can exchange views. So any information that is useful in instruction, learning, and teaching can be shared among them. The real benefit of Carmen's Home is that if you're a faculty, especially if you are a faculty who is trying to learn new ways of keeping yourself updated on what is going on in teaching and learning, this is a place to be where you can interact with your colleagues and find out what they are doing and what they're working on. Because they're in Carmen's Home, the section that we are talking about is where they submit validated information, well-researched pieces, so people can benefit from it.
I've been attending a number of conferences over the years in the area of teacher education and special education, and it dawned upon several colleagues and myself that very little was presented at these conferences related to the act of instruction at the higher education level. And it dawned upon us that we ought to be discussing instruction and learning and how to improve our practices in higher ed in order to improve the learning that takes place. So as a result of that, we began to construct an outline of topics, of considerations, issues that are central to this process of instruction. And we presented at a conference, and then I came back to Buffalo and was able to discuss this issue with colleagues, and we, as a result of that, formed a committee and from the very grassroots began to compile information. We started out thinking that we would develop a hardbound volume that would contain the text and content pertaining to many aspects of instruction, which can be found in the guidebook. And from there, it basically is history. We've spent 7, 8, 9 years. The time has zipped by, and we have contacted a number of faculty to submit text for the volume, and since then we've gone to an online volume, if you will, and a couple other websites that correspond with that. We view Carmen's Home as a portal comprised of 4 different websites. One is referred to as Carmen's Guidebook, which is basically designed to enhance instruction and learning in higher education and organizations. And the guidebook is comprised of a number of topics, and of which text has been developed by a variety of professors and higher ed instructors. Of course, we also have geared the content in the guidebook to organizations, and frankly, we believe that adult learning is a key aspect, and would hope that its content would stretch down into secondary education. Well, the faculty forum, or the roundtable, if you will, is that vehicle that we hope would foster vast interaction among colleagues coast to coast in the United States and abroad. We've discussed the use of this site, this portal, and its websites with international higher education faculty, and there's every bit of potential to open this discourse around matters pertaining to instruction and learning, and the challenges that contemporary students present to us in the both in the classroom and outside the classroom. So there are many issues that that we think are exciting and would be cause for ongoing discussion and dialogue that would open up avenues for research and publication, if you will, and really the validation of methodologies that would make this learning process exciting, more exciting for students and adults in higher education, and for that matter, organizations and perhaps even secondary level students who we must begin to view more openly as adults.
Yes. And Roundtable is also kind of a digital hand-holding for the faculty. It's a online community where they not only exchange ideas but also find out and network and find out from each other what is happening in their neck of the woods and how can they help out each other. There are many times when you are a faculty member, specifically if you're a new or part-time or adjunct faculty member, there are a lot of things you need help with, and so it kind of becomes a resource where you can get extra support. And we do have a specific area which is called new faculty area or new faculty orientation area or forum.
The new faculty present all forms of challenge, and they are confronted with the newness of the campus that they've just joined. And of course, early on I mentioned what inspired us to move in this direction of developing a guidebook. We must admit that faculty, by and large, come to college teaching, to higher ed instruction, without pedagogy. They're most often very well informed on their content, the disciplines that they have worked so hard to achieve terminal degrees in, and they may not always have the range of skills and competence that quality instruction necessitates. And we would hope that through a new faculty forum, as well as the advanced work of our guidebook and the types of discussions we would hope take place within the roundtable, that new faculty can make this transition into their higher ed experience a positive one, a successful one, and ultimately enable students to exit programs with maximal competence and advanced learning and research skills that enable them to perform and achieve in the marketplace more than adequately. So the new faculty forum is designed to provide answers to any and all questions that new faculty might be raising, and to advance our reservoir of information and knowledge in that sense.